Is Prime Resurgence worth coming back to? The answer is no. Not unless you're a new player or you quit Warframe before Plains of Eidolon. The largest change to pay attention to for returning players this patch is the crafting cost reductions for amps, the Voidric Necromech, as well as it takes even less time to craft Railjack parts during the Rising Tide. Which is a cool change and all, but why the fuck was this not done earlier? This update also adds a literal fucking guide for new players to tell them what to do next. Which is a cool change and all, but why the fuck was this not done earlier? The whole reason why people are concerned about the new player experience is so that they don't think the game is pay to win and uninstall it immediately. Speaking of paying, the main focus of this update is Prime Resurgence, which is an attempt to change up the Prime Vault system by introducing new currency into the game, Aya and Regal Aya. Aya can be found anywhere a previous vaulted relic would be, as well as void missions and relic packs. Regal Aya, on the other hand, is basically Platinum Prime. It is the final boss of premium currency in Warframe. It's non-tradable and non-refundable. We knew this was a long time coming, we just didn't know when. And now it's here, and it completely replaces the monetization system for the Prime Vault. The selling point being, it allows you to pick and choose what accessories you want, or hoard currency till something interesting comes along. You can buy specific warframes, weapons, accessories, noggles, and old Twitch Prime stuff with Regal Aya, as well as other very questionable things available for real money. With regular Aya, you can only buy vaulted relics, and yep, you guessed it, old Twitch Prime stuff. Confused? Well, so am I. Other than that, you can buy 5 ducats for Aya, but since the lowest amount of ducats you can get from Prime parts is like 15, this is a terrible conversion rate. You can't get Prime accessories with it, it's Prime sigils, none of that. Regal Aya packs are also pretty pricey, and previously they didn't come with Platinum until the community outrage about it. But even with the Platinum for the most part, it's still buy the bigger packs or go home. The advantage of this system is it allows you to farm specific relics, which makes the farm for vaulted primes a lot less time consuming. And yes, it is technically a farm on top of a farm, but Aya is not that hard to obtain, with the best place to farm being the level 40 to 60 Cetus bounty. Now I know doing stage 1 of the Ghoul bounty, then extracting is theoretically more efficient, but you really can't do that in a public group, so you're limited to solo or with friends if you choose to go down that route. Whereas the 40 to 60 bounty has a chance to drop Aya on every stage but the first one, with the max Aya per run being 5 with the bonus. It also has a very high chance to drop. At stage 2 and 3, it's a 33% chance to drop, which is huge by Warframe standards. Then it goes down to 25% at stage 4, and the final stage it goes all the way up to 38%. And again, you can also get IF on the bonus as well, since it's a second chance at the final stage's loot pool. Whereas the Ghoul bounty has a 26% drop chance at stage 1 with both bounties, then it goes down after that. The Orb Valis bounties technically have a higher chance than the Cetus bounties, but the thing you should notice is, while the chances are higher, Aya isn't the most common in its category. Endo is until the final stage, where it has a 50% drop rate. Also, Orb Valis bounties are very glitchy. What the fuck? Why are they're doing the spy one and they're about to fail. There are 2 legendary ones in the squad. How are you failing spy in Orb Valis? Oh, people are leaving. 10 seconds. Door, oh, it's bugged. Please don't be the spy one right off the bat. I swear to God, dude. Whoa, whoa, that scared the shit out of me. This is why I don't do Orb Valis bounties. What? Abandoning the... What? How? What? What? And don't do the Cambion Drift bounties. Aya shares drop weight with a lot of things, so don't farm them for Aya unless you like living the life of a sad clown. You should also avoid the Steel Path bounties because they share drop tables with the 40 to 60 bounties. But at the end of the day, it's about consistency versus efficiency, so pick your poison. There are other minor changes to this update, like forming a warframe doesn't make you lose all your powers anymore, and the amount of powers you get to keep depends on your master rank, with the effect maxing out at MR10. Nyx got a 500% damage buff to mind control, and it's still ass. Suckerbolt's got a stun, which is nice I guess, and you can roll in Assimilate with all weapons. Xaku definitely has the best changes this update, as now you have to tap Vast on time to recast it instead of having to deactivate and reactivate it again. You can also hold it to turn it off. This also makes crate farming a lot more smooth, and it's overall a large improvement to their gameplay. Ureli also got a bunch of fixes, but she still needs major improvements. Now there are also new augments in this update for Trinity, Lavos, and there's 2 for Xaku. The Trinity augment is isn't as annoying as it sounds, but it's still bad. It gives you crit chance for your guns based on how much you heal with Blessing. Now the effect stacks with previous heals, but only health healing counts. Allied pets and mind control targets will also count towards the crit chance, but sadly the crit chance is multiplicative, not additive. I can only really see this working for a solo carry Eidolon build where you're just carrying pubs and that's really it. Lavos' new augment is exactly what he's been missing. For the most part, the cooldown on his 3 was holding him back from being comparable to other frames in combat, and his cooldown system was always a step behind the regular energy system. His new augment completely fixes this issue as it gives him another way to reduce his cooldowns, yes, even his 3, and the time it shaves off his cooldowns are affected by efficiency mods. Lastly, Xaku has one good augment and one not so good augment. The Relentless Loss is a good augment as it literally fixes Xaku's strength scaling issue entirely. All you have to do is not cast the same version of the Loss twice, which sounds really annoying to manage at first, but when you use the Loss with the augment, it will automatically switch to the next power before casting. The only real downside is the strength gets added after the cast, not before, so you're going to need to cast Gaze at least twice to get the 100% armor strip. The strength bonus also only applies to the Lost, but it's the only power that needs it anyways, so you're not really losing anything. This augment is a must-have for Xaku since it completely removes the need to build strength. Xaku's other augment, Vampiric Grasp, on the other hand, isn't that great, as it heals you for 25 health whenever your 2 hits anything affected by Gaze or Vast on Time. I thought this would be great for range builds since the amount of guns Xaku has scales with range, but the amount healed is affected by power strength, so it's not a good option there. So its only real use is to heal chip damage on shield builds, but we have better things for that already, so it's really not worth using. So yeah, the changes in this update aren't necessarily bad, as they are great for new players, but if you've been playing actively in the last 2 years, you're probably never going to interact with the IA system at all. I had to force myself to interact with it to see if it was really worth it for you guys. I have no idea what effects this has on the market, but since vaulted primes are easier to get now, it's probably going to mean that selling old prime frames and weapons aren't going to be a viable way to make platinum anymore. I don't know why they waited years to reduce the grind on necromax and amps, as these needed to happen a long time ago, and leveling and forming a necromax still takes way too long, especially since they're going to be required in the new war, which is happening after this update. Now, I made this promise to my Discord, but I'll make it to you guys as well. If the new war sucks, I'm quitting Warframe. Anyway guys, that's all for me. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.